I don't want people to get it misconstrued or whatever the case may be. He's a hell of a fighter, hell of an IQ, great punching power, good speed, and a really good boxing ability. A lot of people underrate that.
Hold on to the base. Good job.
That lawnmower, that's that.
And Gervonta does have a very athletic, speed, quick reflex style. So you've got to sort of pressure intelligently. But while I have said in the past, and I still believe this, that Roach doesn't have that special thing like where he's got really fast hands or really powerful.
Lamont Roach seems to be in panic mode after intense new training footage of Gervonta Davis surfaced ahead of their rematch. Roach admitted that after watching the video, he realizes he'll need to push himself harder this time and train with greater intensity. He acknowledged that Gervonta looked impressive that night, is still a hell of a fighter, and landed the most powerful punch in their first
matches that you fought.
0.
What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again?
Whew, it's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder if that didn't get me the win. And I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not going to lie, I have room.
You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears?
100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta that night. I don't want people to get it misconstrued or whatever the case may be. He's a hell of a fighter, hell of an IQ, great punching power, good speed, and a really good boxing ability. A lot of people underrate that. Don't think because of what I did, y'all think y'all can just go in there and think y'all can have the same night, you know what I'm saying, or do the same thing. He still will go upside your head and crack you, and you know what I'm saying, you might end up on the floor. Everybody not built the same, and that's what people get it messed up. He did a whole lot of things that was good in that fight, a whole lot. And I'm telling you right now, if he wasn't as good of a fighter as he was, that would have been, you know what I'm saying? I would have steamrolled him. Don't get that misconstrued. He's still the guy he is. It's just he ran into a guy that's on the same level.
Gervonta Davis is training with intense focus for the rematch, determined to silence his critics and prove that he's still at the top of his game. With unmatched discipline and dedication, he's pushing himself harder than ever, determined to correct past mistakes and deliver a dominant performance that leaves no doubt about his superiority in the ring.
That lawnmower, that's that. Start that motherfucker lawn.
I made the decision to train in DC because, you know, I haven't been in the coldness in a minute. I haven't even trained in the coldness in a minute, so I feel as though this will help me. I'm from Baltimore. He's not from DC. That's what I learned. I thought he was from DC too.
Gervonta Davis is taking no chances this time. His training camp is all business, with footage showing him gliding smoothly across the ring during sparring sessions. His footwork is sharp, his movements are calculated, and his reflexes are on point. He's not just going through the motions, he's executing every step with clear purpose. With the rematch approaching, Davis knows there's no room for error. The last fight taught him that underestimating Lamont Roach could cost him dearly. That's why this time, he's pushing himself to be better than...
Oh, stop closing up. Gotta let it go. Keep turning, step around. Keep turning.
Beyond the finesse, Davis is bringing unmatched intensity. In one clip, he's seen hammering the heavy bag with explosive force, every punch thrown with real intent. It's clear this isn't just routine, it's personal. The first fight left too many questions and too much noise from critics. Now Davis is preparing like a man who's not just aiming to win, but to dominate.
Run me some.
He wants this rematch to be decisive, and his training reflects that hunger. Come on, come on, come on! Renowned boxing analyst Teddy Atlas has also spoken out about Davis's unique skill set. He praises Davis's ability to remain calm under pressure, never rushing or forcing his punches. Instead, Davis patiently reads his opponent before launching a calculated strike. According to Atlas, what truly sets Davis apart is his adaptability. He can fight effectively on the inside, outside, and at mid-range. And with knockout power in both hands, he can end a fight at any moment. This unpredictability makes him incredibly hard to prepare for. Atlas believes that when Davis is fully focused, he's one of the most complete fighters in the sport.
He's going to try to get to us, but we're going to frustrate him. He doesn't get frustrated. He takes his time. He's deliberate. You know, a lot of times at the beginning, people thought he was just a seek and destroy missile. They thought he was just a guy that got to you. And they thought that he would get over anxious. He don't get over anxious. He takes his time. He slowly closes those gaps, you know, inch by inch, step by step, and then he gets to you.
Despite the controversial draw in Davis's first bout with Roach, Rolando Raleigh Romero remains confident in Tank's abilities. He firmly believes that Davis is still a pound-for-pound elite fighter, calling the result of that fight nothing more than a bad night. Romero emphasized that one shaky performance doesn't erase everything Davis has accomplished throughout his career. In his eyes, Davis's skill set, resume, and knockout power continue to set him apart from the rest of the division. He's confident that with the rematch approaching, Davis will return to form and remind everyone why he's considered one of the best fighters.
People want to discredit Tank. He's still a pound-for-pound fighter.
Yeah. What do you think about that fight that happened? You thought it was just an off night, or?
Everybody has an off night. Everybody has an off night. Shit, I had a off night with Cruz. Everyone has a off night. It's boxing.
You want to run that back with Cruz or what?
Maybe down the line.
Thing that clearly sets Gervonta Davis apart from many of his opponents is his raw knockout power. Unlike fighters who rely solely on high output or technical finesse, Davis has the rare ability to end a fight with a single, well-placed shot. Observers have noted that he doesn't need to force the action. His power becomes deadly once he settles into a rhythm. In contrast, while Lamont Roach showcased impressive technical skill and composure in their first fight, he lacks the kind of explosive finishing ability that Davis brings. Many believe that once Davis finds his groove in the rematch, the pressure and power he unleashes will be too much for Roach to handle, potentially ending the bout before the final.
Back because Gervonta Davis is a puncher. So the extra aggression, you have to manipulate it little by little. You know, you have to instigate the extra aggression little by little. You have to get your timing in there. You have to get
my pushback.
And also, this is a southpaw. A southpaw sometimes takes a round or two extra to sort of get their timing, get your distances, because every southpaw is a little bit different. Right now, granted, they know each other, they fought in the amateurs, but it's still a lot of years away. And Gervonta does have a very athletic, speed, quick reflex style. So you've got to sort of pressure intelligently. But while I have said in the past, and I still believe this, that Roach doesn't have that swing like where he's got really fast hands or a really powerful punch, he still has what I also said in the past, a very good IQ. He's very well trained and very intelligent. His thought process, great sense of positioning, and a great sense of understanding of where he is in the ring and how to react off that. Could he be a little aggressive, more aggressive? Sure, but you got to keep in mind that you're fighting a puncher who's coming from the southpaw stance and coming from the southpaw athletic angle. Personally, me, especially knowing what has been said about Gervonta behind the scenes for years that nobody brings out, and it kind of brings to light why they keep matching him with 15 and 20 to 1 underdogs. There is a rumor that behind the scenes, the Gervonta, there's a lot of bitch in him. There's a lot of front runner in him. If you push him, he will break, he will fold. It starts to add up because Lamont is from the D.C. area. They kind of know this. They grew up around him. They fought in the amateurs.
His father, who's his coach, has coached Gervonta in fights.
So that thing sort of comes to light where it's been held back from the public with the limited opposition level that Gervonta's fought most.
Boxer Jaron Ennis also weighed in on the fight, noting that while Davis didn't dominate the entire bout, his early rounds were effective. Many fans tend to overlook the fact that Davis landed solid shots and controlled the pace early on. Ennis emphasized that the aftermath of the first fight sparked more conversation about Davis's image than his actual performance. Now, the rematch offers Davis a chance to silence the noise and remind the world why he's still regarded as a top-tier fighter. For Gervonta Davis, this fight against Lamont Roach is about more than just settling the score. It's deeply personal. The controversial draw in their first bout shook his pride and cast doubts on his standing among boxing's elite. Davis knows his reputation took a hit, and he's determined to restore it. This isn't just another fight on his calendar. It's a mission. He's training with laser focus, pushing himself harder than ever, driven by a need to erase all doubt and prove he's still one of the best in the sport.
Fights. Gervonta Davis draw with Lamont Roach. People looking at it as controversial because of the whole knee. What'd you think of the fight?
It was a great fight. I had it 7-5 Tank, or you can make it the draw. But I feel like Lamont, he did good. He did a great job, actually. I just don't think he did enough to pull it off. And I feel like people was overlooking what Tank was doing in the first 5-6 rounds. He was boxing and frustrating him a little bit. But Lamont, like I said before, Lamont did a great job.
Yeah, some people had it Tank, some people had it draw, some people had it Lamont. Do you think Tank gets a lot of criticism for not knocking Lamont out and Lamont not being a big name, so they overblow it?
I think so, yeah, and I feel like people just don't like Tank to a point where any little thing, just because he ain't knock him out, he probably feel as though that he lost, and he didn't, or it was a draw, I feel like Tank was doing a lot of smart things in the beginning, moving a little bit too much, but I feel like he was still frustrating him and things like that. And I think Tank did a good job. He looked sharp to me. I don't know. People just be talking. At the end of the day, you can't please everybody.
Davis isn't just aiming to defeat Roach. He wants to dominate, send a clear message, and reclaim the respect he believes was lost. For him, this rematch is about legacy, redemption, and proving that he...
We got to talk about it. So Tank officially came out and says that he wants to put this rematch as early as May. Now, if that were to happen, Lamont Roach gets a second time to prove himself. Now, in my personal opinion, his stock has already risen. He is already notable. The fact that he went toe-to-toe with Tank on a decision that ended in a draw, whether he loses this second fight or not won't even matter. Because he's directly in line to go against the Keyshawn Davis, the Shakur Stevensons, and etc., the Devin Haney's, and etc. I can see him moving up and going against a Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia or somebody like that. So many people to fight. Lamont Roach has definitely proven himself. But let's talk about something else. And that is the hairstylist situation. In my humble opinion, I believe she should have been quiet. As a hairstylist, there was nothing for you to say. No fan in boxing was going to look at them like, I don't want her braiding my hair. No one would have said that. But she hurt herself when she came out and publicly made multiple claims, got all these receipts that no one needed, no one asked for, saying, this had no grease or oil in it. No one cares. Nobody even believes it. Sometimes it's best to remain quiet. But you guys let me know in the comments. Should she have remained quiet, or should she have did what she did, which is spoke up? You let me know.